Good morning. It's Saturday morning, November 4th, and we're here with Stephanie Sansone and Ryan. Ryan is from First In Home Inspection. Stephanie is from eMortgage. And so, Stephanie, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Good morning, David. My name is Stephanie Sansone. I'm a mortgage loan originator with eMortgage Management out of downtown Akron. I help people buy their first home and I help them refinance. Also, if they are moving, they're upsizing or right sizing, I can help them into their new purchase. And I have a lot of good programs for them.
I'm Ryan Hosh. I'm with First In Home Inspection. We work with real estate agents like David and go through and do home inspections, radon testing, mold testing, and wood destroying insect inspections for the home buyer. So if you have any questions about anytime you're buying your home, we can get in there and take a look at everything and inspect everything for you.
Thank you both. Stephanie, tell me, let's talk about a little bit about veterans and as a veteran, what do they need to do to get ready to buy a home?
Basically, veterans need to do what most people need to do to buy a home. They need to make sure their credit score is up over 600 with my products, and also just kind of make sure their finances are in order. Veterans do not need a down payment, so as long as they can qualify credit aspects, then they're good to go. If we can get their credit score up to a 660, we've got grant programs out there to help them with their closing costs, and also a down payment to go onto their principal. We could help them with that grant program through the state of Ohio.
So what about their certificate of eligibility? How do they go about doing that, and do you help them?
As long as they have their DD 214, then we can use that as their certificate of eligibility, and we will need that as we're processing the loan.
Okay, and about how long is it going to take to put together this stuff for them and from beginning to end?
Beginning to end, our loan timeframes are about 30 days. Now, when they have the appraiser come in, the appraiser looks for a few more things than if you were to do an FHA or a conventional loan. So the appraisal, they might find and nitpick a couple things that need fixed, and in that case, we'll have to have the repairs fixed and the appraiser come back out. But it'd be standard loan time around 30 days.
Okay, and what are some of the things that maybe an appraiser might be looking for? Do you have an idea on that?
They look for chipped paint. They look for the soundness of the property, like cracks in the driveway where someone could trip and fall. Make sure the steps are safe, balconies, decks are secure and safe. There's railings up. Make sure there's no mold anywhere. Basic dryness of basements, things like that.
Okay, that's good. So what about, do you do like USDA, OFA? I know you do the FHA, so tell us a little bit. Pick one of those three and tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I'm sure people are like, what's OFA? So OFA is the grant program through the state of Ohio. They actually will help first-time home buyers. They'll help next home buyers, grants for grads, and homes for heroes. So Ryan is a firefighter. He would qualify under the Homes for Heroes grant. And it's a down payment assistance program, either 2.5% or 5% down payment assistance. And you do have to qualify as far as the credit score goes, but it's a good program. There's they offer lower rates, lower mortgage insurance, and that down payment assistance. That's Homes for Heroes is a great program. It's for teachers, nurses, firemen, police officers.
With that OFA and these programs, is there a something that you have to complete online, some type of test, or I don't know what they call it, but
you do have to do a home buyer's course through the OFA website. A lot of people get it done in about 20 minutes and then take a little test after, and they give you a certificate. Then you can send me the certificate and you're good to go.
Okay, cool. And this question I always like to ask is, why are you doing what you do?
Well, that's a great question. I ask myself that every day. No, just kidding. I really enjoy working with people getting into their homes. I like the real estate aspect of it. I like going on Zillow, looking at homes. I know Zillow is not the place that any realtor wants you to go and look at homes because they're not always accurate. But I like to see what's in the market and see what's out there. And then also, match the buyers with their homes. Like when I see the contract coming in, I always look at the homes and say, oh, this is a great one for this person, or this is what they're looking for. It's just an exciting feeling to be like, hey, I can get you a loan. You can get into your first home. And a lot of my buyers are really young now. I'm working with a lot of 20-year-olds. They're realizing that buying a house is least expensive or less expensive than rent right now. So a lot of young buyers out there, and they're so excited that they can actually do this. And it's really rewarding when I can have them sign their documents and let them have their keys.
Okay, so when they come to you or call you on the phone, which they can do both, you can qualify them on the phone or in person. What are some of the things that you're going to ask them for?
If somebody prefers in person, I can meet them at my office, or I can meet them closer to them since I'm in downtown Akron. A Panera or some kind of more of like a private space, I can meet them. I ask for basic information at first. Name, date of birth, social security number, address, how long they live there, where they work, how long they've worked there. I normally suggest, if we're meeting in person, for them to bring pay stubs and then their W-2s, because I'll definitely need that information to do the loan, to get it to my processor. So if I'm on the phone with that customer, I'll ask for the basic things and then have them send me their pay stubs and W-2s.
Okay, and when you say like pay stubs and or W-2s, how much of a time frame are we looking for each of those?
Pay stubs have to be the last 30 days worth of pay stubs. W-2s is the last 2 years. So right now I'm asking for 15 and 16 W-2s. After February, I'm going to ask for 16 and 17 W-2s. And then also, if their down payments coming from their bank accounts, I will ask them for their last 60 days bank statements.
Okay, and I know with bank statements, sometimes you get a blank page. And they have a tendency to throw that blank page away. Why should they keep that in there?
My underwriter sees pages 1 through 4, and they're only sending 3 pages. They're going to ask what's on that 4th page. There could be information on it. It could be blank. So we just need to make sure that all the pieces fit to the puzzle. Everything that customers send me has to tell a story. So if there's a little piece left out, you're going to have to complete that story for my underwriter.
Okay. Verification of employment, sometimes called VOE.
Yes.
That can be a problem sometimes because the employer sometimes for whatever reason drags their feet or so what's the importance of having that?
At first, when I submit the loan to the processor, they're going to scrub that VOE, verification of employment, with Equifax, and they're going to see if we can get that verification back through our own system. If we cannot verify it or get back that correct information or something's not matching up, then we will send a letter to their employer asking them to just fill out, and it's basically hours worked, if they think they're going to stay at the job, if they have any overtime, how long they've worked the overtime, and just make sure it's consistent with the pay stubs that I'm getting and the W-2s.
Okay. Tell me, what is one of your most rewarding loans that you've done? Really putting you on the spot here.
Most rewarding. Let's see. Every one of them are rewarding, but I would say, I got an email this morning and it just kind of melted my heart. I have an automatic email going out to all my customers and for Happy Halloween. And a customer replied, he was like, I had trick-or-treaters, I had neighbors all coming up to my house. He's like, this is a great neighborhood. Thank you again. And I closed his loan about 3 months ago. So that was pretty rewarding. He was very happy. He gave me a great review on Zillow. He told the realtor how happy he was with me. And he was going through a divorce, didn't know that he could get a grant, didn't know how he was going to get a new house and how he was going to do his down payment. And I was able to help him all the way through it. So that was pretty rewarding. And just to get that email like 3 to 4 months later this morning, it kind of made my day.
Well, that's cool. And it is important, I think, that when we have a lender, home inspector, your realtor, that they know how much you appreciate what they do. And I know Stephanie is great at what she does. She doesn't quit on a loan just because she runs into some difficulties. We recently did one together that it was a pretty amazing that it even happened, and not going to go into the details about it, but it amazed me that it even finally in the end came together, and that I can say about Stephanie, and I do appreciate that about her, that she just doesn't quit. So
Yes.
what else would you like to tell me?
I know a lot of our audience is more in like rural areas. So my company does offer a USDA loan if you're more southern. Am I correct with kind of like Stark County and Tuscarawas County? It's more of a rural area. So USDA loans, I wanted to kind of touch base because I know I have a big area down there. Sometimes people can buy homes with no down payment with that USDA loan. You can check online your eligibility with an address, and also VA loans, no down payment. So I kind of wanted to touch base on if you think you don't have the down payment, you can check for the USDA loan eligibility.
Yeah, and we'll get that USDA site for you here within our next session so that you'll know how to get them. Or you can email us with your email and a question at david@davidangione.com, and we'll surely get back to you with that. So, and I know there's a lot of different loans out there that are available. I know, Stephanie, you do lot loans. You want to tell a little bit about
I
do not.
Construction loans if you're purchasing a lot in your building, yes.
So when you buy a lot through you and the construction loan, how long do they have to before they have to build?
It's going to be a pretty quick process. When you do that lot loan, you're going to do the construction loan with it. So it's going to be a right away process.
Okay.
You can't like sit on that lot loan and not build.
Okay. So within a month or so, you need to have your building process in place and all those other fun things.
Right. I believe you have about 8 months to get that house completely built with the builder.
Well, we are at our time for a break, so we will continue with the Everything Real Estate Show right after this from eMortgage Management and First In Home Inspection.